Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. There is no question today's game could be defined by the passing game. The Steelers are top 10 in pass yards, and they're going up against the Jaguars, who will need to be ready to cover a lot of space.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Here we go. Blue 30.
4 down. 4 down.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Watch tight end. Even. 4 down. Even.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. And a look at Bell, who remains down after that play. Appears to have gotten shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Strong right.
Let's go.
Hey.
Blue 30.
4 down.
Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Now the rookie from Pitt, this is James Conner. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
You're going nowhere, son. You're going nowhere. Shut down.
7 yards to go on 2nd down.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
Big.
4 down. Check. 4
Black
down.
80.
4 down.
Left bell.
Check 52.
There we go. White 80.
Watch the edge.
Roethlisberger.
Check nickel.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Tight end's on the Ringo.
Let's go. White 80.
We got 4.
Now Roethlisberger. And he's got Rodgers. Roethlisberger finding Rodgers, and the Steelers convert on 3rd down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Four down.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Now the rookie from San Diego State, it's Donnell Pumphrey. And, a good hit there and knocked down hard, right around the 31. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Man left.
Here we go.
Everyone's got four down.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Double tight.
Set.
Hey,
White 80.
four down.
Roethlisberger will hand to Connor, and he's going to get this one down to the 30. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Here we go. Watch
Black 20.
Watch 7.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Yeah, baby. Woo!
So they're operating in the red zone.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Set. White 80.
Four down. Alert.
On the run, it's Pumphrey. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Yeah, baby.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
And the seemingly endless drive continues.
Double tight.
Set. Black 20.
Hey, we got four. We got four down.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And the Steelers on 3rd down A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9.
Black 20. Check.
Here's Roethlisberger. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6, we'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They start on the ground with Pumphrey. Space to maneuver at the 40, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Double tight. Double tight. All right, here we go. Focus.
Hey. 4 down,
Right,
4 down.
Counter. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Two times.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. His throw incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. A first update now from Cincinnati. The Bills have taken the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right.
Here we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90.
Check. 3 down. 3 down.
Black 58, rail. Black 58, rail.
Wide. Get wide.
Black 58, rail. Black 58, rail.
Now the rookie first rounder from LSU, it's Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9.
Watch tight end.
Ace.
You got 3.
Here we go. So.
Back.
Again, it's Fournette. Fournette, a first down, still going. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry.
And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
Green 39. Green 39. So.
The play clock's running down. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block.
Check 27. Eyes on 27. Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles. And complete to Lewis over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
And let's face it, what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hitting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Double tight. Alert. 3 down.
Here we go now. Left.
Time running out here on the play clock. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I love it. A scout told me that with his running style, this guy's always the hammer, never the nail, but also has the ability to break it off big, too.
I was on the field for a game he had last year at LSU, and there were some college boys warming up, and then Leonard Fournette walked in. He is a man.
Full grown.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there.
They go play action here on first down. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Shift together here from the D-line.
Green 39. Green 39. Z.
Ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
So. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Joker.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here. It's complete. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They'll run with a fullback, Bohannon. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Set. Black 20.
4 down. 4 down.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Here we go. Tight right. Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
180.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. This is caught by Antonio Brown. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And connection number 1 there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful Boney Tony Brown, right?
I'd say you're probably right. They may be all of that. They'll still call him Boney Tony, but Ben Roethlisberger calls him my number 1 target.
Watch tight end. Hey, 4 down.
Set.
4 down.
Black 80.
Hey, Mike 51. Mike 51.
They run with Connor. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Check down, 81. Set. Blue 30.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And some room to run now. 6 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches.
Four down. Alert.
Now it's counter. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Around the NFL, they're in the second in Philly, and the Eagles out in front early. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
Strong right. Strong right. Strong right.
Ready? Blue 30.
Hey, we got four.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger, and that's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Tight end left.
All right, here we go.
Out. Three down. Out.
Easy.
Hey, watch edge.
Here's counter. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9.
Three down.
Here's Roethlisberger. Out left side here to Bryant. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And now we see Bryant yet to pop up. Still down following that play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. And Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
And coming up later tonight in the NFL, we'll have the Chiefs heading down to Houston to take on the Texans. And then on Monday night, it'll be an NFC North battle. Vikings and Bears from Soldier Field.
Traditional rivals getting after it one more time.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. Hey, we got 3 down. I'm coming for you, 20. Ready. Green, 39. Left. Jim. Check the backer.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Man left, man left. You got 3. Here we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90. Here we go. 50, 50. Mike, 50.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. Looking and finding Allen Hurns.
You got him. You got him. You got him.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45. Slow. Check 31. Slow. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
To throw is Bortles. Hard throw, incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Brad Nortman in his 6th year in the league on to punt it away, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Around the NFL, they're in the 2nd in Philly. And the Eagles out in front early. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Miles Jack from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Set. Even. 4 down. Even.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey. Here we go. 4 down.
Roethlisberger will throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Jaguars will take over at their 20-yard line. Around the NFL, they're into the second quarter in the Meadowlands. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Bortles now on first down. He finds Hearns left side. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Right there, all day, baby.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down.
Let's go. Ready. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? And the Steelers signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Ready. Blue 45. Blue 45. 3 buzz, 3 buzz, 3 buzz. Hunt. Zing, 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 zing. Hunt, hunt.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
You talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half to carry that with them. It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mode.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Bortles going to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off, William Gay. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Blake Bortles simply cannot keep putting his team, putting his defense in these types of predicaments. He's got to take care of the football.
And last season, a lot of the turnovers, just like this one, in Jags territory, 11 of the 16 really put them in a tough spot in plus territory for the opposition. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right.
Here we go. Blue 30.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stop.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
All right, here we go. Eat these 2.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. Check 99.
Easy.
Check 99.
Corner, here we go. White 80.
Again, it's Connor. And an alley to run. And he's brought down. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 2nd down.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Set. Left 5.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. His throw caught at about the 5. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Boswell's kick is good. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Meanwhile, over in Cincinnati, and the Bengals out to the early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Here's Corey Grant now to return. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stops short of the 30. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Here we go. Green, 90. Green, 90.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Let's go. Nice bump.
He's checking.
And to give this time to the tailback. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
One thing that I observed when Dante Fowler was coming out in the NFL draft, how hard he played the game. Every time I turned on a tape, he was either rushing the passer, making a play, or making a play in space against the ball downfield, or hustling from one sideline to the other. How about that play right there, making a nice tackle, holding it to a short gain.
4 down, check.
Like
4
30.
down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
We got 4.
White 80.
They'll run here with Pumphrey. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And Boswell's kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
To return it is Corey Grant. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Here we go now. Blue 45. Ace.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
2nd down following the run.
Let's get it. Green 39.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. A handoff as they run the counter play. A big hit. Knocked out sideways. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Okay, let's face it. Most of the offensive linemen in today's NFL, they're going to weigh over 300 pounds, but that doesn't mean they don't have agility. And the way that they can get out in front of a runner and create a space. Sometimes it looks like they're going in one direction, and the runner uses his eyes to take him in another direction because it's been blocked so well. Love those misdirection or counter plays, and this one worked really well for a nice piece of yardage.
And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now they run with a backup. It's Chris Ivory. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They're on to the second half now down in Miami. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Play clock winding down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Shotgun now for Bortles. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. And now out come the Steelers. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Set! Blue 30.
4 down.
A handoff to start out the drive. It's Pumphrey. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Double tight. Low ball. Set. White 80.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
Rush in.
Again, it's Pumphrey. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 30. 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell for the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Single. Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
On first down, Bortles. Caught right side. It's Lewis. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
When you surrender 24 turnovers in a season, 16 interceptions, 8 fumbles lost, Blake Bortles, you do hire a quarterback guru to try and get you right, don't you?
And that's what he did. Has to limit those turnover numbers, doesn't he?
He has a defense that's ready to play right now. He needs to help them by taking care of the ball.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Now they try the right side here. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Ready. Green 39. Green 39.
Watch 98. 98 to Mike.
From the gun, it's Bortles. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Six yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Ready. Green 39.
Watch 98.
Green 39.
98 to Mike.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Bortles now to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Here's Bortles to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Here we go. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Left, 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 let's go.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Raidz. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Now Bortles. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Blue 30.
Check, check.
They begin the drive with Pumphrey. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there.
Set. Blue 30.
They'll run again with Pumphrey, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right.
Set. Blue 30.
Hey. 4 down.
Now a toss play. This is Pumphrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Steelers on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 11.
Set. Blue 30.
Watch 19. Watch 19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Fresh set of downs here.
Double tight. Double tight.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. White 80.
Eyes on 81. Eyes on 81.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too.
Double tight. Double tight. 4 down. 4 down.
Like
Check. 4 down. 4 down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Set. Blue 30.
We got back.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. A.J. Boye, by many accounts, the top cornerback available in free agency this offseason. He showed why there.
Has excellent length. You saw it there helping defend against the deep ball. Started 2015, down on the depth chart in Houston. Now he's one of the top corners in the league, now in Jacksonville.
Tight left. Tight left. 4 down. 4 down.
Black 20.
51.
And to give this time to the tailback. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense is going to take over at their own 20-yard line.
Watch right there. Watch right there. Don't let 89 go deep. Whatever you do, don't let 89 go deep. 39. Left, 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 left. Here we go. Z. Big edge.
A handoff to Fournette. And an alley to run. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. second down following the run.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Hey, tight.
The play clock's running down. To throw, it's Bortles. And now here is another interception. Picked off, William Gay. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. The Bills have taken the lead in the final stages. A win, if they can get it, would be their first on the year. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Man left.
Set.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet, right at the line of scrimmage. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Here we go. 180.
Four down.
It's Pumphrey on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Tight end right.
Set.
Four down.
They run with Pumphrey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Let's go. Come on. Run to the ball. We got a runner.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
from the gun on third down. Bortles. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Blue Dan. Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Now Bortles. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
On second down, here's Bortles. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90. Ace.
On third and long, it's Bortles. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Ready. Green 90. Green 90.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
6 yards to go here on second down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey.
Here we go. Blue 45.
They'll run with Fournette. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Watch number 5. Double tight.
Ready. Green 39. Green 39.
Check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there.
Left. Ace. 6 guy. Check 6 guy.
Fournette. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around.
Here we go. Blue 45.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles. Throw left side complete. It's Lee. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Ready.
Bortles. Completes it to Lee. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Elsewhere, they're on to the 4th quarter at MetLife Stadium. And the Giants have taken the lead there late in that game. A win would be their 2nd on the young season.
Blue 45. Blue 45.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And it's 3rd and 5. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 32-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Come on, boys, come on. I'm coming for you, 27. I'm coming for you.
They go play action here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
And I got you. Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Left.
Throwing now is Bortles. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
We're going to keep getting sacks.
And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone